Alright guys, we have a bit of a decision on our hands, and I actually think we are going to go and try and see if we can catch the start of the other game instead, because this is quickly turning into something really gruesome for us. The other game is being delayed a little bit further, and since we just really want to see if we can catch some more Counter-Strike action here, we're going to do that instead. So I hope you guys are cool with that. I will try and switch it on over right away here. I think we've joined just as the pistol round ends in favor of ENCORE. So sorry about that, we missed a little bit here, but now I think we're just about to be ready. So we are connected into Copenhagen Wolves versus ENCORE, and I hope you guys are ready for it. Is it ENCORE or ENCORE? I'm not really sure.
ENCORE.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's see. Update the stream broadcast title there, and now I think we're ready for it. So, yeah, a really weird end to it, but I guess we're going to have to miss the last map of the other game because it's simply just not possible. But ENCORE up with a really good start here, and obviously winning the pistol round on the terror side of Inferno is a nice start for them. We're going to have this best of 3 coming out here. The winners are going to get to go to Gamescom. The losers will not. That's it. Welcome, everyone. I'm Anders. With me is Semler and Vendetta. And Semler, are you back yet by now?
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
So we're set. We're ready. It's a shame we had to leave the other one, but I think we made the right call. At least here we can predict when we're going to have delays.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of Copenhagen Wolves players have to disconnect in between the halves because the ESL wire is making them lag. So that's one thing, but we can deal with that. We'll be alright. Pimp might be best to find a really cool timing here on Natu, who's running away, but actually he's a little bit too slow, and Natu disappears around the corner. Nico, a little bit too many players coming around that corner on the other hand, then it's going to be an easy bomb plant here for the Finnish team. So nice second round coming up so far. Glaive going to run right into Natu. Maybe they can actually trap him here in the middle. Natu does go down, so that's a really important kill coming in, especially because they can pick up the rifle and hopefully run away with it.
This looks like a pretty advantageous situation for ENCORE. It's not a problem. Give away the Galil. Doesn't really matter. I don't know, Ven. Do you think it's the end of the world that they've picked up that gun?
No, I don't. Obviously, it's a nice pickup for Copenhagen Wolves, but I don't think that's anything ENCORE. It's not gonna make. Well, it's not gonna make ENCORE hunt after the remaining players from Copenhagen Wolves. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, definitely shouldn't, I think. That would definitely be a big mistake. But, you know, Galil in the upcoming round, if they have a flash, I hope someone from this team is now going to buy a flashbang. Not an HE grenade. Pimp, I said flashbang. There it is. Carrigan going to pick up flashbang. So I really want to try and go for a pop flash somewhere and then have the guy with the Galil just peeking. And they are taking the flash and the Galil in the same spot. So I think this is hopefully going to be a smart move coming out from Carrigan and Glaive. The right timing, this Galil could make a big difference.
Yep, and we can see the setup now. Carrigan with the flash. There it goes. And, well, it works like a charm. Glaive gets one.
Yeah, a reflex is going to instantly get back on him right there. So that's a bit of a shame that Glaive decided to stick around. Because with no head armor like that, it's a big risk to take. But the initial idea was really good, and I'm glad they went for it. That makes me happy.
Yeah, that makes me smile as well. They are going to get rid of that gun, though. So no more opportunities here for Copenhagen Wolves to get a free rifle and put that to use. It's done. It's all down to the pistols now for them. But the remaining Copenhagen Wolves members have actually made a pretty smart call. They're rotating over to the B site, really committing. And the bomb is here for ENCORE. It seems like they're about to walk into a stack.
Yeah, maybe they will, but even if they do, I mean, they do have a lot of equipment, whereas the Wolves really don't. Pimp is here with a grenade, but they have body armor. It could work out. I mean, you might be right here, Semler.
PT-50 up close. I mean, if they get the right opportunity here, we'll see. Nades are about to go in, though. They're going to, well, smoke off coils. That's crucial. That's necessary, but Pimp gets one, and he manages to stay alive.
Yeah. Carrigan missing a shot there with a 5-7 up close, not going to get anyone. Pimp also goes down. 2 kills coming in here, and it's not at all bad for Copenhagen Wolves, but not good enough to win the round. So that's really the crucial point here. ENCORE going to be picking up 3 rounds in a row after winning the pistol round, so it's really good for the Finnish team. And I do hope we have some Finnish fans out there representing in the chat. I know there's always actually... The Finnish scene is not exactly as big as maybe the Swedish or the Danish or the French one, but I feel like there's always a bunch of Finnish fans out there cheering for their team. So that's really cool. Keep it up, guys. They need your support here, because if they don't win this, they won't be going to the finals.
Yeah, and I actually think ENCORE are going to win this best of 3. I would not be surprised if they did.
You have them favorite here?
Yeah, I would. just by having played a lot with all of the players on ENCORE, I think they definitely have the talent to beat Copenhagen Wolves.
I've been seeing them throughout the entire history, I think, of Global Offensive. Natu is probably one of the Counter-Strike players right now in the scene with the most experience overall. He's been playing Counter-Strike since forever and ever, not just Global Offensive, I'm talking about throughout all the iterations of Counter-Strike. He's been playing for a very long time, so yeah, I mean, they have the skill and the experience, and they know each other really well as well, so I actually wouldn't be surprised. Copenhagen Wolves have had good and bad maps today. Against Epsilon, they made a lot of weird mistakes, and then they ended up winning the second map against Mousesports, or the second game against Mousesports, but it wasn't... I guess it was a good victory for them. It was 2-0, but it could have definitely been a third map, I think, for Mousesports there.
Yeah, it was a close call there. But Mousesports, they took quite a few risks, and Copenhagen Wolves eventually learned how to deal with the pressure and took the win. Now going here against ENCORE, though, the first bye round for Copenhagen Wolves. So this is when we really get to see them shine. It's their time to make something happen, because really they need to put a halt to ENCORE right away here. They can't let ENCORE start to gain momentum.
No, they can't. Nico's going to miss a shot right there, and that's dangerous. Is he going to re-peek? Flashes in, and he takes the shot right through the smoke. Corona is going to go down, so it's a good job by Nico. Now, the question is up in the apartments here. Is Nato going to be able to pick up a kill? No, Glaive actually runs and shoots, and in the middle, Pimp is going to pick up the bomb. Ixad going to go down. Not exactly the best start here in the 4th round for ENCORE. And now, 10 seconds left. I really want to see them running away, and I think, yeah, they realized, just as I did, that there was not enough time left. So... this is a weird round. What do you think, Vendetta? A round like this, I mean, you want to say, wow, this is, a big sign. Copenhagen Wolves are good on the CT side. But it feels like, I mean, everything ENCORE tried, they just sort of failed at. And next round, they probably won't.
I actually think that was a pretty nice attempt at a double fake from ENCORE. I think that was actually the plan all along, to do what they did. I just think that Natu was playing from the apps area, went out a tiny bit too early for the second fake towards the B side to really go through, I guess. So that's probably the only thing I would have seen them really adapt to. Like, have Natu be just 1 or 2 seconds slower and have more Copenhagen Wolves players actually make that commitment to start rotating towards B.
That's a really good pick off this time. Ixad actually out-OPing Nico in the middle, which is really a bit unusual. I guess if I had to say something about these two teams right now, off the bat, I said that Copenhagen Wolves probably has a lot more ult potential than ENCORE have, but if Ixad can pick it up and challenge Nico, that's a really good sign.
I'd say so. I mean, we know that there's quite a bit of firepower on ENCORE, just flat out across the board. Cologne, we've seen him quite some time not to as well. Always seems to be the guy to really come through in the clutch for his Finnish teams. So, need to see if this is going to be the opportunity for them to crush Copenhagen Wolves' economy early on. Smoke going out to cut off CT here at the B site, and there's only one man here to stop this. It's going to be Kerrigan with the pop flash. Kerrigan really committing to this, but he's eating spray.
Yeah, and now they're going to rotate back, so really good hold here from Copenhagen Wolves. They realize what's going on, but they still obviously have to kill the people coming into this A bomb side. I think they know that it's a bit of a fake over by B. One flash going to go up here, another flash comes in, Pimp misses shot. He's the only one down in pit. SMF will help him out to pick up the kill. Natu should be going down here, but Pimp actually missing a lot of shots. Going to finally pick up one and then pulls out the pistol. Bomb goes down with very few seconds left, and actually Natu doesn't get away, so now Disturbed and Reflex trying to hold on to this round here for ENCORE, and there's definitely a chance, but now it's hard. Reflex in a 1-on-2 gets the one headshot in here, takes down Pimp. Reflex, can he get the last one? Kerrigan has the flash in. Reflex hiding in the corner, and Kerrigan will pick up the kill and has enough time to defuse, but that was a sick round from Reflex.
Oh, really nice try from Reflex, no doubt. And by the same token, I mean, what a job Pimp did. Yeah. As you mentioned, he did miss a couple of shots, which I guess we do have to give him, some, deduct some points for that. But he still managed just to hold ENCORE in place, so the rest of his teammates come around and clean things up.
Yeah, so a dangerous round, really. I mean, it shows you the Finnish players definitely cannot be underestimated here. They just get a little bit of an opening, and then they just fully capitalize on it. Nico gonna have to fall back, trying to peek down second mid. Of course, this is an eco round coming up from ENCORE. So Copenhagen Wolves, they just need to try and hold on to as many rifles as they can. Reflex right now with 9, 0, and 1. It's one hell of a score here in the 6th round.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of the last time I played Reflex at Assembly a year ago. I think he ended up with 30 and 3 versus us.
No.
And that's kind of the experiences I have with playing versus Reflex. I'm definitely afraid of him every time I play him.
Well, maybe he is to be feared right now. They only have pistols. They're going to be going all up in the apartments. I kind of like this idea. If Pimp somehow misses these kills coming in, they can take a gun and then just keep rolling from here. Flashes rain in. Pimp is going to go down after just the one. Glaive can't really pick up on it. They need backup right now. Nico with a good shot. Glaive has to stay alive inside here. He's going to go down, and a complete failure from Copenhagen Wolves.
Not the anti-eco you want to see.
No, not at all. I mean, that really just seems like not too Cologne. Disturbed in particular with his headshot on Pimp. That was just an insta-give right there. There wasn't a whole lot that Pimp could do. It was just a very cool shot with the CZ-75 from Disturbed, and now we've got 2 rifles on ENCORE's side. They should be able to hold off here, or at least buy enough time. There's another good shot from Disturbed, a headshot on SMF. Kerrigan gets caught on the bomb, and ENCORE win an eco round.
Definitely a really good performance coming out from the initial kill with Pimp, but the problem was after that, Copenhagen Wolves, they really panicked a little bit, it seemed like. You know, staying alive was the main object at that point, because ENCORE still only had 1 rifle. So if they just stayed alive and waited for backup, it would have been a slightly bigger chance of winning it, but they seem to just sort of lose their composure a little bit.
Yeah, also Glaive not being able to pick up a frag on, I think it was Karan who came on to site with the C-said. Yeah, him not getting that frag is alpha omega for ENCORE and winning that round, because they got control over the bomb site. And as you said, it's all about buying time at that point when Pip goes out. So, yeah, I think Glaive should have picked up that kill, and that would have done a lot for the Danish team.
Yeah. This time is going to be an eco round for them, so right now things are just off to an absolutely flying start for ENCORE. They are playing, well, right now they're having a really good first half at least. 5-2 is really, really respectable.
Absolutely. And I think with a start like this, ENCORE definitely would like to see themselves ending at maybe 8 rounds, because they've gotten off to such a great start.
Yeah, 8 rounds I think is definitely in the realm of possibility. Right now I'm wondering if this is going to be a complete slaughter going into the first half here. Just Copenhagen Wolves really don't seem like they're very much on point.
Yeah, there definitely seems to be a bit of a discrepancy in how the teams are playing, but I actually think not enough people know about how good these Finnish guys can be. I think that is a bit of an issue, so who knows, maybe even Copenhagen Wolves are kind of underestimating these Finnish guys just a tiny bit, and that might come back to bite them.
Yeah, Glaive now alone 1-on-5 here, and definitely can't afford to underestimate any opponent. That's one of the easiest paths to just taking a really huge loss, is coming into a game and not being prepared for it. On the other hand, I guess Copenhagen Wolves and ENCORE have both had really long days, but I think ENCORE have had a slightly longer break, haven't they, than Copenhagen Wolves? I'm not sure.
I have no idea, having just gotten back, so...
Alright. Well, I guess at any rate, it's been a long day for everybody involved here, so maybe it's just affecting the Danish players a little bit longer, or a little bit more. They are going to be forcing up this round. Flashes go in here, and Disturbed, taking a lot of damage. Going to get taken down by SMF. And now the Danes need to figure out if they want to stay or if they want to fall back. And they have the smoke, so they're going to be smoking off and holding on to the top of Banana here. And ENCORE aren't going to try and press the issue. They just want to fall back to safety.
They might have actually picked up the idea that there was 3 people towards that B bomb site, but now with Glaive rotating over towards A, I guess it would be good for ENCORE to actually not have potentially picked up that information.
2-5, and moving into the 8th round. Let's see where this is going to go. SMF and Kerrigan still holding over to the B-bomb site, and the very slow round coming out here from the Finns. Just not really doing much of anything. I think they're going to recommit to the B-bomb site, and it's a good idea, especially if Natu can get a kill, or even just buy a lot of time and cause a distraction here. That's going to be great.
Oh, if he picks up that kill on Glaive, that also puts a ton of pressure on the guys on B, because he has all the potential in the world to actually, well, yeah, put a big threat on them from CT spawn.
Glaive is rotating back, and I think Natu heard that, so now he knows there's a bit of an opening. Kerrigan looking right through here, does take down one, and going to be a quick double for Kerrigan. The bomb is dropped inside as well. Xart not going to hit the shot. And, well, Natu is coming in with a good flank. I mean, this would have been great if they could have got the opening, but now time is out, and it is going to be a really solid hold from Copenhagen Wolves. And now, you don't know this, Vendetta, as you said, you've been joining us here since everything, but actually, Copenhagen Wolves on this map have had a huge amount of trouble holding onto this B-bomb site. It's been one of their weakest points, so it's kind of refreshing to see them, do something like that.
No, that's definitely good for them. But yeah, up to this point, it's been A that's been struggling to actually hold on. So it would have been a bit of a disaster if none of the bomb sites were able to actually shut things down. But again, I think, well, this time it was not to, again, this time though it didn't go too early. I think it was a bit too late actually. And as you said, you probably heard Glaive rotating over towards B. I feel like he should have been more on point with actually just gunning after them with the time running out as it did.
Could have maybe picked up a kill or two, and that would have at least been something. It's dangerous letting the CT side come away with clean eco rounds like that, where they just don't lose anyone. Good smoke up from Pimp here. If they want to run through, they are going to charge through. Natu going down. Pimp look for more. Going to get a double, and now Glaive to help out. So that is going to shut down everything. And I think ENCORE actually body blocked 3 of each other up in those apartments.
There's like a tiny edge that is just it's pretty much in every door in CSGO, and it's freaking impossible to actually notice in smoke or inside of smoke. And you can't really use the radar to actually deduct as to what side you're supposed to go, if it's left or if it's right. So you don't really know where you're stuck, and it just creates a huge clusterfuck for anyone involved. And that's kind of why, or one of the many reasons why I don't want to really rush through smokes.
Yeah, it could be really dangerous. That was obviously a bit of a downfall. Now, Sart does pick up a really good headshot on Carrigan, but he's not going to be able to do much of anything. He's just saving the AK, and I guess that's an alright idea. I actually think they can even drop here. Nacho has enough money to drop for Reflex, so ENCORE can buy for a while here.
Yeah, they got off to a pretty good start, and they have gotten down the bomb most of the time up till the last round we saw, so yeah, they should be alright. And I think actually when it comes to the potential point that Copenhagen Wolves equalizes this, ENCORE are going to have the money loss bonus to actually keep them going. So they're going to have a lot of opportunities to actually just keep the pressure on Copenhagen Wolves.
See how far they can push this. The Danes have won a couple of rounds in a row, but the Finnish team has been looking so strong right now. I'm still a bit worried here. They are just really on point. Karon down in the middle here. Nico takes a quick peek, and if he had stayed there for a second longer, I think he might have had his head blown off. It's really dangerous, bumping into corners like that.
That was good, quick reactions from Karon, though. He immediately knew what that flash was gonna mean in second mid. Got hunkered up down next to that ledge in second mid and dodged the shot from Nico pretty much. Nico didn't have anybody to shoot at because of that.
Yeah, smoke helping out here. Nico going to be smoking off towards the B-bomb site so that they can not use their own. Carrigan has used one, but SMF still has one, so it's looking like an A push, but if they turn around for B right now, there's going to be another smoke waking in. That's a big problem. Nico has been pretty solid with the AWP here, but he has to land the shot when they come around the corner. They're going to flash their way through, pop once, and Nico misses it. Now grenade to follow, and a Molotov to try and keep the Finns back, and actually that's not doing as much damage as I thought it would.
Mistakes coming out from everybody right now. Nico messing up a flash. Quick rotation, however, for Copenhagen Wolves. All 4 members now supporting Arch side. 3 of them covering Arch, in fact. This is going to turn into a bloody battle here as SMF already opens up and takes out Karon.
Yeah, another grenade to rain in here. It's a 4-on-3. They make the crossover. Nico gonna go down, and it's back into a 2, now a 1-on-3, and Pimp will hold on to it. Solid play from Pimp that round. Triple kill, defending a very large angle inside that bomb site. So that was really well done, but I mean... Vendetta, that's a little bit ridiculous. How often do we see 3 people defending Archway like that? How the hell did Copenhagen Wolves end up with that many players in that position?
Well, that's most likely due to, well, a tiny bit of a shoddy communication thing, but also with the way they were positioned up, the guy who was holding either quad or app side has the opportunity to give quick help if the connection or speed link, if you'd like, in Arch is smoked off. So you're gonna have backup for Nico regardless, and that's kind of, I think, what they went for. And it kind of just turned into them being 3 there by the time ENCORE decided to commit to it.
So it's interesting. We're back into a 5-5 situation. Disturbed trying to look over the smoke, but the C-set can't really find the shot here, and Nico's opening right at the corner by Archway. So He's going to have a lot of targets just in a second now when they rush out. There's the one. Nico misses it again. And these are shots that Nico are normally really well known for hitting. Now he's actually going to need some backup. He's falling back in, and he's got Pimp and Glaive covering him from the long way. But it's going to be a B push anyway here. SMF trying to get some shots in.
Yeah, look at the position, however, from SMF. That is really smart. Kerrigan, all the way back from new boxes, manages to catch them as they make their way onto the site. 3 quick for him. But SMF really stopping this push cold. His ability to hold from construction like that just does not allow ENCORE to sneak their way in and catch him off guard, for example. Just good communication, it seems like, from Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, and that's really, really important here. Pimp going to walk right into Natu and actually takes a shot way too soon. Could have probably just, waited a little bit, but I think he got a little bit anxious. Now he's going to peek again, and Natu should not be allowed to save this AWP. In fact, they're all coming for him slowly. He misses another shot, and now the Wolves are circling the prey here. Good no-scope coming in from Natu, but that will be the end of it. So 6-5, and let me just point out this as well. 2 of the rounds here, the 6th and the 7th round, if you bring up the graph here, these 2 rounds happened because ENCORE got the 1 eco round. So actually, if it wasn't for that, this could be a little bit of a scary first half for ENCORE. I mean, they should be happy right now that they're at 5 rounds, because if they lost one of those rounds, it would have been a very different score all of a sudden.
That's true, but that just kind of how CS works.
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
the money situation. So, yeah, it definitely could have been a bigger lead for Copenhagen Wolves. But then again, if they don't win that, I think it was the 8th round, if they don't pick that up, then ENCORE has all the opportunities in the world to just shut them completely out and run them out of the first half. And then we're talking all of a sudden maybe double figures for T-sided team on Inferno.
True enough. Glaive waiting right here, going to spot a couple of people crossing over, and they already got 2 kills, and there's Pimp picking up another kill. Very nicely done here. It's going to be down to Natu alone again in a 1-on-4. Some really good headshots raining in here from the Finn, but not going to be quite enough. He's going to go down to SMF, and it will be 7-5. And ENCORE aren't really getting many bomb plants either here in the last couple of rounds, and now we have a pause. Oh, yeah. So Pimp starting to lag in the middle of the game, and
Yeah, it's wire. They have to restart.
it's unfortunate, but we're used to it. We've been hardened, molded by the pauses throughout the day.
Yeah, this is this is what we expect from Copenhagen Wolves. It's not just individual players, having to drop out. It's actually like a whole team-wide thing. I think Kerrigan is the only guy on the team who doesn't actually have to restart every few rounds.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's kind of what we have to expect here. But at least we can kind of gauge how long these pauses are going to be with these guys.
That's it. We have a rough idea about how long it's going to be. Hopefully not too much longer here. Apart from that, obviously, if we have any newcomers here to the stream, and I guess we are picking up a different audience by now because the time zone switch is so great compared to when we started that we must have people tuning in from all over the world at this point. Big thanks and big welcome to anyone who's joining. Really happy to have you on the stream. Hope you guys are going to click the follow button and maybe also subscribe if you really want to help us out. I know a lot of people have been subscribing, and I haven't been calling out their names because we can't do it when we're streaming, but it is appreciated, and I hope you guys are going to continue to do it to help us out here. It's been a very long day. Yesterday we had basically a 12-hour casting day. Today it's almost more than that. It's been crazy, and hopefully it's going to be some really good games. I mean, this one so far is shaping up well, wouldn't you say?
It really is. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm actually kind of hoping for ENCORE to show us a bit of a better showing the last half of the last part of the first half, I guess. That's the best way to oddly phrase that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm really hoping to see that. Might end up at what? I'd be perfectly fine seeing something like 8-7 for Copenhagen Wolves with the way things have turned out right now. I think that would lead to a really nice ending to the first map, because this is just the first map.
It is just the first map, you're absolutely right. And, well, we're just waiting for them to reconnect in, then we should be good to go. Also, another update, we're just 500 followers now away from hitting our 150,000 mark. That's what we're sort of trying to accomplish there. We would at least be really happy if we could. So 500 more followers, and we are good to go with that. Definitely exciting times for us. That's really big growth of the channel in just a couple of days here. So we really appreciate it, and obviously we're going to be able to hopefully use that to further the name of Counter-Strike a little bit here, see if we can build more for the game, and that's what we want to do in general. 13th round coming up, and I mean, you said you'd like to see them pick up maybe another round, maybe make it, 8-7 or something like that. How would they do that on ENCORE, do you think? I mean, is there a particular push you think they can accomplish that maybe is going to do it for them?
Not something in particular. Obviously, you said that Copenhagen Wolves earlier had problems holding their B bomb site. That doesn't seem to have been an issue till this point. But we haven't seen that many weapon rounds from ENCORE going towards the B bomb site. We've seen Kerrigan and SMF pretty much mowing down ecos towards the B bomb site. So who knows? They could potentially try that. But I think what they've been doing towards A has the potential to work. It's just been, well, I guess your players not hitting the shots they need to hit, and players like Pimp coming up big and, you know, getting a 3k every now and again when they actually attempt to take an A site. So yeah, I think it's perfectly fine what ENCORE are doing at this point, but we could probably see some pistol or weapon rounds towards the B.
All right. Well, I mean, if I was ENCORE and I had been looking at some of Copenhagen Wolves games earlier today, I'd definitely say the B bomb site was the place to hit. We'll see if they can do it. Nico is going to be opening in the middle once again, and we have resumed. So again, sorry about the break, but now we are right back into it. Let's see what he can do. He's going to be actually just running straight past, but if they see him, that's the big problem. Yeah, look at this. Natu's ready looking for a headshot, and Nico could have actually died then. It's a little bit dangerous when you get spotted running that way.
Yeah, it's a bit of a calculated risk with how Copenhagen Wolves are doing it, because Glaive is throwing one flash over the quad roof into second mid to kind of just give Nico that half a second to scope around and actually find a target.
So
but yeah, it's definitely risky.
Is this shaping up to be a... There's 3 people in this B bomb site, and a grenade comes out. Actually, a great grenade. Look at this stove. Down to 31. That's painful. If they go for this, there is 1 smoke on Kerrigan, and SMF has a smoke as well, and there's 50 seconds now. I mean, Vendetta, there's not time for a B push here. Unless they want to run through smoke.
Well, yeah, obviously. That's going to be a bit of an issue. A smoke lasts roughly 17 seconds, so yeah, they're gonna be hard pressed for time, that's for sure.
Oh, Nico missing a shot. He's going to be falling back immediately. Over at the B bomb site, still 1 guy holding, and yep, they've used the last smokes here, so it's 25 seconds now on the clock as they try and push through. But actually, the A bomb site completely open. Over rotation coming out from Copenhagen Wolves before they even spot the bomb. They're just going to run right away. And now they should probably just save the rest here.
How important was that frag from XR right now?
Yeah.
Or was it Reflex? It was
Reflex. Yeah, if Reflex dies, that's the end.
That's the round. They leave him alone to rotate through mid. Alone!
Yeah. Man, what a strange round this one was. Really strange round.
It was similar to what we saw them do a couple of rounds ago. The double fake that didn't really take when they try to have someone fake through, well, first through Arch, then B, then go back and have Natu go through apps and initiate everything. And this time was a bit of a different take on it. I think it might have been accidental, seeing how Exart kind of randomly picked up a frag on A. Luckily for them, ENCORE were so, I guess, well-trained and working so well in cohesion that they actually managed to just get everyone to rotate over instantly as that happened.
Yeah, definitely really quick rotation from the Finnish team. It's going to leave them in a really good position. Copenhagen Wolves will be able to buy this round, and even if they lose this one, they should be able to pick up the rifles for the final round of the half. But it's getting intense here, I think, for Copenhagen Wolves. 6 rounds is, I think, all they can really allow ENCORE in this first half. If they get much more, the Finns, it's going to be painful. Reflex surviving on 4 HP. And now they're going to go for the bomb site. Grenade comes out. Kerrigan going to pick up the 1 here, but he's going to have to do a lot more than that right now. I have no idea why Reflex is alive. Jesus. Alright, Kerrigan going to be peeking out. And once again, the Finns are rotating back. And Pimp is really far out of position. They really are good at these swift rotations. Is he going to be able to get it in time? Last time, they weren't able to come back into the A-bomb side. This time, Pimp is going to be in a slightly better position, and he can hear them running in now. But I think they may have hurt him too. Pimp not getting the shot in this box. You can't hide behind it. Nico picks up 1. Can he get a second one? He actually... No, he does not hit that shot. And that's going to be the bomb plant.
And this is such a tough position for Copenhagen Wolves, especially with an AWP on Nico.
Yeah, and especially with that kill from Exart. So now we're looking at a 7-7 scoreline, and Nico is walking away with that AWP. So that's now twice now where Copenhagen Wolves have just utterly over-rotated before actually seeing the bomb.
I feel like they're getting a little bit jumpy here, the Danes. This is for a team that's been going for fakes and not necessarily just going for straight yellow pushes. Copenhagen Wolves should maybe be taking a little bit more time to make the decision for a call.
Yeah.
Or for a call to rotate, at least.
I think this is something you've been pointing out in the past, Samurai, I guess, is, once you rotate before you actually see where the bomb is, that's a good indication that you're maybe doing something a little bit wrong. There can be reasons for doing it if you have, like, a solid cue, if you have someone spotting something or someone having an, audio cue or something like that, someone can hear the people running, but the Danes, someone is just doing it because they're really worried right now.
So it seems like. I mean, that's one of, like, the basic tenets of CS. Is that you don't rotate until you see, somebody has eyes on the bomb. Somebody spots it somewhere, and you're able to get an idea of where it's going. It's on a site, something. But you don't want to leave that site until that point is passed. But right now, it seems like Copenhagen Wolves, they've really, at the end as well, because right now we're into the 15th round of this half. At the end of it all, they've let ENCORE get another 2 rounds on the board that are going to make a big difference going into the second half here. And it's not even over yet. They go for a double-up play here on the CT half. They're just pulling out all the big guns. But Copenhagen Wolves are definitely rattled.
Yeah, but they have both the orbs at the A-bomb side. That's really confusing to me, at least. I'm not sure why they're doing this. Glaive is going to be falling back. Nico's falling back as well. It's going to be a push for A, and Pimp is in a good position here. Going to take down Reflex, although it takes a little bit of time, but they still lose the A-bomb side here. Nico doesn't get the shot off, and this is very likely going to be 8-7 in favor of ENCORE.
This is looking like an ideal situation for them. There's no doubt about it. Natu gets up in the graveyard. Good after plan position for him. He's going to be able to put some eyes on apartment, lend a hand on short. Pimp is about to sneak out, and Natu has to be watching for him, and Natu knows. Pimp gets delayed, and this is going to slow everything down here. Copenhagen Wolves are just running out of time. They're going to have to go full YOLO, and Pimp and Kerrigan getting 2 big kills. That's going to make the difference. 3 as SMF rolls onto the site, and now it's all down to Xart. 1v4. Going to peek around the corner, but he doesn't have too much hope. The defuse is going to happen, and there was no way for him to stop that.
There's very little time for this one. This is really terrifying. They will get it, but that was a really weird round from Copenhagen Wolves. I actually think ENCORE should have really won that just because of the positioning. I don't know, Ven, what do you think? 2 AWPs in the A-bomb side?
Yeah, it's a bit wonky, but it kind of worked with the position they had Pimp in. That's kind of why it worked. Otherwise, I would have been leaning more towards having one of the oppers towards the B-bomb site. But yeah, I think the big issue for ENCORE actually in that retake in that afterplant was the fact that they only had 1 nade. They had 1 flash, and that was on Reflex in that afterplant, and that was the only thing they had. So after that smoke went down towards Arch, they had nothing really to hold Copenhagen Wolves back, and that's a bit of an issue for Natu because he was stuck in graveyard with Pimp actively charging at him. So it was tough for ENCORE actually to hold off. So yeah.
Right now, Pimp top fragging with 17 kills is really quite an impressive performance considering the first half that Copenhagen Wolves have had. Not a good first half, by the way. And Nico down to 6 kills is definitely not good. Nico's really been suffering from this long delay that we've had here. It feels like he was playing much better earlier today. Now, it's ENCORE's turn to be on the CT side, and rushing in here is Copenhagen Wolves. The bomb carrier dead. Good return kill on Xart. They're going to rush into the bomb side, take down Disturbed, and now Karan. Oh no! So close to diving into the smoke, but not quite in time. Now, the bomb is down, and Copenhagen Wolves need to think about this hold instead of trying to peek too much.
This is a nigh impossible situation. Reflex is going to get a flash onto that site, but it's a double stack on site with a man in pit, and Reflex knows that he spotted out Glaive, and unless he could have hit that headshot right there, this is going to be so ridiculously difficult here for ENCORE to retake this site. Trying to close in from 2 different angles, but there's just too many guns on this site for them to be able to rush them down with time enough to get the defuse. Natu gets 1, but then Nico shuts down Reflex. It's all on Natu now. 1 HP, gets it, but he needs to get the last man, SMF. There's just no time.
Which is very sad because there actually is a kit, and it's right out here, which is, because it was right there, he would have to kill both of them, run out, pick up the kit, and then run back and defuse the bomb. Actually, a great effort from Natu, but it just isn't enough. I mean, Natu's at 17 kills. He's tied with Pimp right now. Definitely a solid play from him that round, but they just didn't have the time for it. 7-9 now. But, I mean, I don't think ENCORE are going to be that worried about losing that pistol round. I think Copenhagen Wolves are going to be sighing of relief for the fact that they could even get that, because if they had lost that round, I think they lost the whole map.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I completely agree with you, and I think Sam does as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's momentum, right? And Copenhagen Wolves desperately needed something to get them feeling confident again, to be able to lock down these rounds, because that was not the best first half from them. But now at least they're able to reset and get the ball rolling again. Move on into the second half with some confidence.
Did you see what Reflex just did, Ven?
Yeah, I caught it.
So he flashes out and then shoots a couple of times, basically pretending that there were two people there, because that would normally have been, pop flash over and then another guy peeking. So Reflex trying to, just using sound to try and pretend that there's more people there. It's kind of an intelligent move. I like it. And if they're going to go to the middle here, there's 5 people waiting for ENCORE. This would be a massive mistake from Copenhagen Wolves. They're all right there. Nico is right around the corner. They're going to be charging through the smoke. He's going to pick up the 1, and now the game is up. They definitely know where the stack is, and Carrigan is able to somehow maintain for a little bit here. Reflex is taking a lot of damage, still going to get the kill. So, good round from ENCORE. I mean, they got 2 kills. They pick up a Galil, and, we saw the Galil last time when it was on the CT side. It actually did some work, so we'll see if they can make more of it here. SMF, please don't say they're going to give up the bomb site to Natu. If he wins this because of a defuse, that'd be incredible.
How ridiculously sick would that be? He's not really going to manage it, though. They've got SMF holding, looking, right place, spots the gun barrel, and that's going to be the end of Natu. So, a strong follow-up round, even giving up 2 kills. I think Copenhagen Wolves are more concerned about just getting rounds on the board at this point.
He had a smoke as well, Natu. That was what really worried me. What if he had killed
smoke
SMF?
and a kit.
Yeah, exactly.
Smoke and a kit, yeah.
Smoke Kid and Galil. If he had killed SMF and just smoked up and ran in, they could have been so far away that it would have been hard for them to stop it, especially if they just hit, missed a couple of shots. Natsu's really a dangerous player. I don't want to give him any room, I think, at this point. Are they going to go for a flashbang? They have it again here, so let's see. Reflex is going to be the one flashing out. Then they have a double peek going on once it happens. I'm loving this play from ENCORE, really am. I think this is exactly how you want to play these eco rounds.
Yeah, a bit of a ballsy strat, but why not?
Yeah, the timing is really good here. Flash goes in. Now they're going to go for the peek. Danes. Oh, they do get the 1 kill in there. Pimp gets down after getting 1. And then SMF with the turn. So it doesn't work out just like they wanted to. But again, I think having the idea and being willing to try and execute it, that's the main thing.
It's trying to change up the pace, right? They're able to try and actually change things up, maybe catch Copenhagen Wolves off guard. But Copenhagen Wolves not to be taken by surprise this time around. They smelled it coming. They knew what was going on.
What do you think, Ben? Have you noticed the angle that Reflex is throwing those flashes at? Is that meant to flash the people who are going to be all the way up at car? I'm wondering if it's meant for people who are pushed all the way up and not so much people who are down on banana.
Yeah, this is right. Yeah. Or it's kind of a mixture because there's a dark spot in banana where you can be where you don't get flashed and you're still kind of close to the top of banana, and that's where Pimp found himself. And I'm not really sure. I think it was Glaive, maybe. He was right behind him. And he got flashed. Like, really, really flashed. And Pimp was not flashed at all. And that's kind of why Copenhagen Wolves got out of that. So, well, I wouldn't say effortlessly, but, with minimal damage taken.
Oh, is it going to be a double grenade down? Yeah, they do double grenade down from the back side. Nobody's going to get hit by it. The Danish team not really interested in taking banana just yet. This is going to be the 4th round of the second half, and very important for ENCORE to pick up this round here. Otherwise, Copenhagen Wolves actually have a real shot of doing this anyway, in spite of the terrible first half they had. Ixal going to peek on in. Good kill coming out, and Pimp will return, but Karon's also going to get a kill, so still a very good start here to the 4th round.
In a very fast rotation, they could actually stop the bomb from getting across. Reflex through the smoke, picks up 1, Disturbed gets another, and this is falling apart now. Copenhagen Wolves running into a battery. ENCORE are just lighting them up. There's the final frag. Goes Reflex's way. Well deserved too. Gets 2. Stops that bomb flat in his tracks. And Copenhagen Wolves now, they still have the money to buy, but that's not how they wanted to deal with this first buy round from ENCORE.
No, they get how many kills that round? 2 kills? Is that accurate?
2, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, you're right. That's definitely respectable for ENCORE. They get to just rebuy a little bit, and then they can start building up their own economy, which is exactly what they are looking for. Grenade down banana does some damage to SMF, but not a terrible amount here. And let's see if the Danish team can come up with something different to try and win a couple of rounds, because the worst thing, I think, when ENCORE wins this game is basically when, at the point in time when they build up more than 4,000 across the board here. If they have 4,000 on everyone, I think it's going to be really hard for the Finns to throw it away.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Definitely. Because, yeah, that gives them so much freedom to actually put pressure back on Copenhagen Wolves and basically break their economy completely. But you guys have seen Copenhagen Wolves play earlier today. Like, what has their T-side been like?
Kind of all over the place, really.
Yeah.
And in a good way or in a bad way?
They've been able to get some good pickoffs every once in a while, but it hasn't been. I think the main theme for Copenhagen Wolves today has been inconsistency. Really, it's been a little bit tough for them to find a solid level that they can just stay at. If they go for the B bomb site right now, that'd be great with Natu being here alone. But Reflex is here for the rescue. We're going to be walking in. It is going to be a B push, and Reflex being this close by is definitely really important. He's going to come back now. Natu calling for help. He's in the back of the site. Not an ideal position, but he does survive. Really good move by Natu here, just trying to hide, and that's going to be the pickoff. Instant return. Reflex looking for a kill here. Is going to get it with a little bit of help, I think, as well. And now 8 seconds left to put the bomb down. Nico not going to be able to do it. This is pretty much the round lost. Nico, no time, and they lose this 2-on-2. What? Oh, what?
Yeah, he managed to get up on the grill just in the nick of time there.
That has to
literally as like it ticked over to 4, so he was able to just barely sneak that plant in. But what a save there from Nico, keeping his team in this. Nico now alive in shadow, looking to get something done here. He's getting the fight, but he faces 2. Now it's the 1-for-1, and Disturbed with the 2 final kills of this round, and ample time for the defuse. ENCORE, they get the round what they need. It may not be pretty, but they still come out with 9 rounds here.
Yeah, that was a real slugfest of a round. It felt like it's like one challenger enters the arena, one dies, then the next one steps in, and that's just kind of what the entrance to that B bomb site was. Everyone who just stepped into like a 1v1 death duel, and another guy comes in to try to finish him off.
A little bit of a shame. Yeah, man, if they had... I guess it's good they got the bomb plant. That gives them some money, but if they had lost that round because the time ran out, that would have been really, really devastating to Copenhagen Wolves, I feel. Right now, it's only a 2-round difference, and ENCORE did spend a lot of money that round, but they got to keep winning here, Copenhagen Wolves. This is getting close now. Natu picks off 1, still standing tall. Pimp will take him down. That's the B-bomb side lost, but once again, it's going to be Exart this time running. It's a 3-on-3. It's going to be a retake for ENCORE. See if they can do it just as well as they did last time.
Yep, smoke is down already to block it, so there's no real chance for Exart to put any shots through. Everybody rotated in from ENCORE, however. And they have a follow-up smoke. No, they only have a flash on Pimp, so he's going to be looking to try and delay this. As soon as this smoke dissipates, he's going to throw that flash in, and there you go, Cologne white. Can't see anything.
They wasted a lot of time here, the Finns. I think they were hoping to get a pick off on somebody, but there's just not a lot of time left here. They're going to have to go really, really hard on this bomb site. Exart going to get picked off here. A little bit too much spray going on. Pimp takes down another one here, and it's going to be down to Cologne. 1-on-1, and Pimp just has to hide, and the round is won. Cologne trying to make it out, and I think he's actually going to die to the bomb anyway, so 12-9, and now they're going to have to eco on a core side, so this is not ideal, but I really still have a feeling that it's the Finns who still have a pretty good chance of winning this.
Yeah, they absolutely do, and that's mainly due to the fact that Copenhagen Wolves, even though ENCORE are the one who have to eco, Copenhagen Wolves have a pretty awful economy as well. If they lose a round at this point, it's back to eco for them as well. And that's kind of where ENCORE has to really pounce to win this match.
Yeah, agreed. Disturbed pushing up in apartments. Kerrigan senses it, though. Knows that there's somebody on the other side of that door. Cologne is going to look to try and close it off. He gets a shot, but he's now going to get caught through the window, and that's not going to be good enough. Kerrigan then wipes out his teammate Disturbed, and ENCORE just getting picked off left and right here. Reflex picks up a kill over in Banana, but it's just not going to be good enough. He didn't manage to recover a rifle from that.
Oh, that's a real shame. It'd be especially because if they could save even one rifle here, Exart and Cologne really won't have a lot of money for the upcoming round, so it'd be really important if they could steal a rifle and run away and hide with it somewhere. That'd be the ultimate goal here for ENCORE, apart from obviously just outright winning the round, but that doesn't seem possible any longer. Exart's here with a P2000 alone in the A-bomb side, and they're pretty much just all coming. Good shots coming in here. Can he really connect? No, he can't. It's a real shame. Almost Kerrigan going down.
A nice save there by Nico. And this is pretty much lock stock done for Copenhagen Wolves. Just walking around the map, working together, covering each other. It was a pretty well-executed anti-eco here from Copenhagen Wolves, not really giving ENCORE the chance to get any rifles to work with.
And Reflex is actually searching for a rifle that may have been thrown away somewhere. I think that's what he's doing. What do you think, Ven? Is that... It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, he wants to find Glaze Weapon, because obviously he would assume that Glaze Weapon from Banana has been tossed around somewhere since he didn't find it running down there. Doesn't seem to be having any luck with it, though.
Probably went over the wall.
He's going to survive the bomb with 1 health. That's also pretty well calculated there. But I think, again, Reflex is showing himself to be a really smart player. Just in doing that, realizing that that would have been had a big impact. Because now when they buy, because they don't pick up any rifles or anything, it's going to be... Okay, 5 smokes is really good, but 2 FAMASes and not a lot of other grenades coming into this.
No, whereas Copenhagen Wolves are fully equipped. I still think that Copenhagen Wolves, it's within their grasp here to take this. Good dodge on the nade damage there. However, Nico takes quite a bit more than SMF, so that's not going to help him much. But for now, Copenhagen Wolves once again getting control of Banana, getting control of mid, and second mid as well. ENCORE not really pushing forward to contest this for now.
No, not just yet. I don't know. This is really, really close at the moment. The Danes can lose 1 round and still buy, even though Nico won't really have much of anything. But after that, this is still really close. 4-round difference is just not a lot at this point. If Copenhagen Wolves had 10,000 on everyone, this would be a very different game, but they just don't.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for ENCORE at this point is basically being able to pace whatever push Copenhagen Wolves throws at them. That's the biggest thing for ENCORE right now. The one thing they can't allow is them being overwhelmed, really, by a simple push from Copenhagen.
They're pushing towards this bomb site, and there's Cologne and Exalt. The 2 FAMASes are in this bomb site. That can actually make a difference, having M4 FAMASes. We'll see. Left here, Exalt going to be running back, and he actually just turns his back. That's a big mistake. Now, they have a real problem on their hands. Disturbed in the pit. Cologne here. Pimp going to be charging in, and there it is. The A bomb site's lost, and I'm really getting worried for the Finns here, because now they're in a bit of a mess here. They have to save these 2 rifles, basically. If they lose them, they'll be full ecoing, and then Copenhagen Wolves have map point, basically.
No. I'm kind of curious as to why they're still hanging around here.
Oh, was that a chainsaw in your room, Semler? Because I swear it sounded like it. Please don't kill anyone. Just especially not with the chainsaw. Reflex is going to be alone here in a 1-on-4.
It's quick, though.
Is it? I really don't know.
Oh, I imagine you take a chainsaw to someone's neck, it's going to be done pretty fast.
I suppose if you hit the right area. Let's actually not just go into that right now. It's too late. We've been awake for too long to even discuss that sort of stuff. They lose...
How many revs
all
do
their
you need?
rifles.
How much RPM?
Stop it. They lose all their rifles. Vendetta, please.
I think actually they had to go for it that round, even as kind of hopeless as it seems of a situation. But I think that was the do or die round for ENCORE. I think what they couldn't allow to happen just happened. Exart getting caught out, having to do a unnecessary rotation, ends up getting caught in the back, and you know that just snowballs everything in the direction for Copenhagen Wolves, and the Finnish guys gets overwhelmed at the bomb site. And after that, it's over.
It's a real shame, because now Copenhagen Wolves they're not just about to have match and map point, they also have a slightly better economy building up. It's still not great, but, you know, Nico has more money than ever before, and Pimp has enough to be able to buy and drop for someone as well, so things are just slowly but steadily looking better for the Danish team. Natu actually gonna get that pick off, and now they rotate back here. Disturbed looking for the shot, not gonna be able to pick it up. That would have been a great kill, and now I think they're gonna lose the A-bomb site. Disturbed could have really used that kill.
Yeah, that was a big opportunity missed. Getting that man advantage would have been crucial right there for ENCORE, despite the fact that they're on pistols. XR still manages to pick up an AK to use, though, so this is good. If he can get the drop on somebody, that could be a guaranteed kill. Copenhagen Wolves are going to manage to get the plant with fairly good time, and there isn't a whole lot of time here for ENCORE to close in on them and get the job done. I would actually like to see just XR backing off with that AK.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. He is going to be running away eventually, so I think that's the right call, basically. Like, retaking it 4-on-4 with no kit, no grenades, and no body armor it's a bit of a fantasy. But exit kills here still really important for ENCORE. That's a sick shot from Disturbed. Okay, then. The rest are going to hide in the corner. They really don't want to challenge him, and I can't really blame them. He did a lot.
Yeah, they have to run. We actually don't lose 2 of the members there. Cologne looking to see if he can actually do enough damage, but it's not going to be good enough. And now match and map point. No, map point. For Copenhagen Wolves on 15 rounds. ENCORE, what do they go for? They don't decide to go for an AWP. It's just full rifles and nades.
Yeah, this is it. Map point, as you said, for right now for Copenhagen Wolves, 15-9, and things are looking a little bit scary here for the Finns. I mean, it's only the first maps they have a chance, and if I'm not mistaken, I think probably Copenhagen Wolves chose this map. So I guess they do have another go at it here. It's definitely not done. They could still be overtime. But it's not going to be that easy, and especially now, because look at Pimp with 8,000. I mean, this kind of money really means that Copenhagen Wolves is going to have a couple of rounds with rifles, even if they start losing.
No, exactly. Copenhagen Wolves have got way too much of a bank. So ENCORE need to win this clean, basically. They need to just shut it down completely. But Copenhagen Wolves have done a great job so far of avoiding damage, taking any at all. Good nade onto Natu there at the bottom of Banana, though. That's going to be real painful for him, especially since he's holding solo.
Especially because that also sort of tips the idea that they probably are going to check it if they ever go for it. And that position is really powerful if nobody's going to, check it, if they just walk in and you get a free kill. Now the Danes definitely showing Natu that we are aware someone might be there. So I like the fact that Reflex is coming out to a bit of a crossfire here, but he goes down, and so does Natu, and so does ENCORE's hope of winning this, unless the last 3 members are basically just going to go all godlike here. Exart spraying through, and he doesn't hit a single shot.
That's heartbreaking.
And the backstab from Kerrigan.
No damage. Yeah, and the backstab from Kerrigan. At this point, it's just going to fall apart. Kerrigan, they're on a timer here, ENCORE. They're about to get caught. Do they turn around? Yes, they do, but it doesn't help them. Kerrigan with 2 headshots.
All right, good game's called, and it's going to be 16-9. This was only 2 rounds on the second half for ENCORE, so yeah, Copenhagen Wolves stepping up their terrorist-side game here. What an upset. That really surprised me. Now we're going to go to a really quick commercial break, guys, before we go into the second map, so don't go anywhere. More Counter-Strike action coming up right here at Room on Fire. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.